it is absolutely inevitable at this point that the NBA is going to add expansion teams within the next 5 years. There's just too much talent in this league, and they can make too much money adding a Seattle and Vegas expansion cities. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? We're going to be doing our final expansion rebuild of 2K23. So I did some league realignment here. I added the Seattle Supersonics back to the Northwest Division. We added the Las Vegas Outlaws to the Pacific Division. They will have 6 teams. I moved the OKC Thunder from the Northwest to the Southwest, just makes way more sense. Memphis is technically more east than New Orleans, so I moved the Memphis Grizzlies over to the Eastern Conference in the Central Division, and the Atlantic and Southeast Divisions are the same. 2K's protected player logic is horrible, so I'm going to up it to 10 players that they can protect, especially since rookies were just added into the NBA, and we're going to be controlling the Seattle Supersonics. I feel like they have to bring Seattle back. It's such a major market. They have a hockey team that just got implemented, the Seattle Kraken. They have the Seattle Seahawks and the Seattle Mariners. I still don't know why they took a team away from Seattle. And then it also just feels like it's inevitable for Vegas. Now, I would prefer some other cities than Vegas getting a basketball team, even though they just got an expansion team a few years ago with the Las Vegas Knights. The Oakland Raiders relocated down to Vegas, and it's looking like the Oakland Athletics are also going to relocate to Vegas in the MLB. But I think I'd prefer maybe some other cities to get involved in the team. I think Nashville would be cool. I mean, there's some die-hard NBA or just basketball cities like Kentucky, maybe Pittsburgh. Mexico City would be kind of wild. Add a Vancouver team back. Let's get 2 Canadian teams. But at the end of the day, I would be fine with Vegas getting one still. It would be pretty cool to see. So the Spurs did keep mostly everybody you would think that they would keep. I'm also stupid, and I didn't update this with the new 2023 offseason rosters, so give me a second. All right, that is better now. Even with 10 protected players, they don't keep Bradley Beal. Alright, well, I don't know if I'm going to be drafting Bradley Beal. I feel like this is going to get weird. We do have the first overall pick, though, and if you don't know, once you take a player in the expansion draft, you can no longer draft any other players from that team. So if I take Bradley Beal, no Suns can get drafted, either from the Supersonics or the Vegas Outlaws. DeAndre Ayton wasn't kept. Why wasn't Jalen Duren, Derek White, Herb Jones? Oh my god, you could build a championship team from this pool. Alright, I don't know why the Suns did it, but I think I'm going to take DeAndre Ayton. I do get Jalen Duren a lot of my expansion rebuilds. So yeah, I'm going to get Ayton. He's still very young, 25 years old, 84 overall. We're going to be building around him and probably somebody else eventually, but I think we can still get that potential there. And then Jalen Duren goes to Vegas. Gordon Hayward goes to Vegas. Well, that wasn't a great pick. For defensive purposes, I think Herb Jones is a must draft here. And we have back-to-back picks, in which I'm going to take Bryce Sensabaugh, who was just drafted in the first round by the Utah Jazz. Vegas is going to take Derek White and Darius Bazley with the next 2 picks. I was going to take Derek White if he fell to me with my next selection. I'm going to get Grant Williams as well. I think this is a phenomenal pickup. I'm surprised the Mavericks didn't want to protect him. And to back up DeAndre Ayton, I'm going to take a flyer on Usman Garuba. I think he could excel for us. So then Shake Milton and Aaron Nesmith went. And then I'm also going to take a flyer on Gregory Jackson from Memphis. And then I also want to draft Ryan Rupert as well from Portland. There goes Bogdan Bogdanovic and Davion Mitchell. Whoa, that's a pretty good pick. We could use another point guard, and the pool right now isn't great. So I'm going to take Javon Carter, who the Bulls just recently signed, and then take a flyer on the former Penn State Nittany Lion, Jalen Pickett. Reggie Bullock and Christian Koloko went. I'm going to take maybe one more center, Trace Jackson Davis from Golden State. Hell yeah. Oh, I actually got 3 more picks. Never mind. I'm going to take Patrick Baldwin Jr., another former Warrior, Miles McBride, and Robert Covington go. So then I'm going to take Max Christie from the Lakers and Caleb Houston from the Orlando Magic. Whoa, I actually have one more pick, and Marjon Beauchamp was there. That's a nice selection. And Orlando Robinson. So I'll take Damian Jones. Don't think he's going to play for us. So I definitely went the younger player route. All right, so yes, the bench is going to be very young. A 5-man bench of Garuba, Rupert, Christie, Gregory Jackson, or Jalen Pickett. It's all rookies or players that were pretty much drafted within the last 3 or so years. The starting 5 will be Javon Carter, Herb Jones, Bryce Sensabaugh, Grant Williams, and DeAndre Ayton. We got the GOAT Milan Mack. Not really. He's just the coach that 2K always gives you when you do an expansion rebuild. He'll be fired at the end of the year. All right, so first game of the season's at home against the Boston Celtics. We ended up losing by 4. Okay, a competitive game here. Javon Carter got 16 points, 5 steals. DeAndre Ayton shot 7 for 17. Road game here against the Jazz, we ended up losing by 7. Javon Carter, who bet that he was going to be the highest scoring Supersonic this year, wasn't me, and Herb Jones is already hurt. Surprised, I don't know if Ben Simmons was kept, but we did beat the LA Clippers by 1 point. Usman Garuba, 23-11 off the bench, Aiden fouled out. Is he better than Aiden? Maybe. Maybe I messed up that number 1 pick. All right, we are somehow 8-3 to start the season, and we were without Herb Jones for a little bit of that. We blew out the Pacers here. DeAndre Ayton's averaging 19-11 to start the year. Grant Williams, 21-6. Oh, Grant's been a beast so far. That's also like the fun part about this like expansion year, is because we get to see guys be like a top 3 scorer on the team that you would never see from like Grant, or maybe now with Aiden, because Aiden's going to be the number 4 scorer on the Suns this year, but he's the number 1 guy for us. And through the first 11 games at the moment, Aiden has been the leading scorer. Javon Carter off to a very good start. Then you have Grant, Sensabaugh, Herb Jones. Maybe I'm going to extend Milan Mack. Maybe he won't get fired at the end of the year. Okay, this team is 16-7. I don't know how we are this good right now. Max Christie has been a nice piece for us off the bench. Herb Jones is shooting 37 from 3. Sensabaugh shooting 43% from 3 as a rookie. None of this makes any sense, but I will take it. I thought we were going to be fighting for a top pick this year. All right, we're on like a really bad 3-week stretch right now, but we're still 4 games above 500, something I did not expect to happen this year. In the All-Star draft, we didn't get any All-Stars. I don't see any Vegas Outlaws either. And if we look at the standings at the moment, we are the 7th seed in the Western Conference. The Vegas Outlaws are the 14th seed at the moment. I thought they drafted a much better team than we did. Maybe DeAndre Ayton could be the number 1 on a team that could go into the playoffs. Who knows at this point? I feel like our 3-point percentage is crazy. Granite 41, 39 for Sensabaugh as a rookie, 34 for Herb Jones, 37 for Javon Carter, 40% for Max Christie, 35 from Repair. Like, this is pretty good stuff. Let's see what happens here at the deadline. I don't think I'm going to make any trades because most of these guys are under contract going forward. And I wouldn't mind making the playoffs this year. If we take a look at the salary cap breakdown, Max Christie, I believe, will be a restricted free agent. And that's really it. Like, Damian Jones is just kind of a bench warmer at this point. But everybody else is under contract basically for the next, like, 3 or so years. Usman Garuba is the only free agent next year as well. All right, I can get an extension done with Max Christie, so I'm going to give him a 3-year deal worth $7.5 million a year. Might be a little bit of an overpay, but I'd like to get him under control, and I think he will develop into a good player. So I'm not going to make any trades, and let's go here into the end of the season. Let's hope we could still be at least in the play-in tournament, because I'm fine with that. Jokic is the front runner for MVP. Just wondering, yeah, you got Wemby there for Rookie of the Year. Are we going to see any Supersonics or Outlaws? And we do see 2 Sonics and an Outlaw, 2 Outlaws as well. Jalen Duren leading the case for most improved. Grant Williams and Herb Jones not far behind. And Max Christie gets his second notable injury this year, pulls a right calf muscle. He's going to be out for the remainder of the year. And we did fall off, sadly. We are 5 games below 500. I mean, we definitely exceeded expectations last time I saw you guys. Jokic wins MVP, Wemby Rookie of the Year, Chris Paul 6th man, Wemby Depoy in his rookie season. Whoa, that's crazy. Jalen Duren gets most improved, and Quinn Snyder of the Hawks is your coach of the year. They only lost Bogey in the draft, which is actually a notable loss, though. We do get Bryce Sensabaugh on all-rookie second team, and we did make the play-in tournament as the 8th seed, so if it was a normal playoffs, we would have made it. It's not great. Like, we did go 38-44. That doesn't really deserve to make the playoffs. But yeah, shout out to DeAndre Ayton, man. He did have a good year as the number 1 for us, I will say. Let's see, though. Can we beat the Denver Nuggets? Can he guard the MVP, Nikola Jokic? I don't think a 7th seed should get the MVP, so I don't think Jokic should have won the MVP award this year, especially if they don't make it to the playoffs, because we're up by 7 right now. Javon Carter has hit 5 threes. Jalen Pickett's got 13 points in 16 minutes. Now, I definitely just jinxed it, and we're going to lose. Oh, my God, we beat him by 1. The Seattle Supersonics have made the playoffs in their first year. Are they going to make it to the finals like the Vegas Golden Knights did in their first year in the NHL? Wow. The Thunder beat the Nuggets, so the MVP was a player that didn't even make the playoffs. I don't think we should give it to him. All right, so can we beat the Golden State Warriors? We stole Trace Jackson Davis from them, so they still have their whole lineup. Game 1, oh wow, we actually lost in overtime by 7. Really good game. Aiden had 24 and 12. Grant Williams had 20 and 11. Gregory Jackson played very well in this game, even though he's a little bit inefficient in his rookie season. Can we maybe steal a game at the Oracle? Yes, we can. Or at the Chase Center, excuse me. We win game 2 by 3 points. Sensabaugh with a double-double. Garuba with a double-double. Hell yeah. Aiden had 26. Could we maybe go up 2-1? Nah, that would have been kind of crazy. We lost by 23 points. Curry had 50. Game 4 is going to go to the Sonics. We just ended up beating them by 20. We have a tied series here. Grant with 21. 10 assists for Javon Carter. I did not expect this team to do this well. Grant Williams gets hurt. He could play through it. Game 5. Okay, Grant comes back and we're up 3-2. 2K's pulling some cheese on the Warriors. I would hate to be on the other side of this if I lost to me in this Sonics team. Repair sucked. Could we win game 6 and advance? That would be wild. Oh my god, 2K gave us the dub. Ended up beating them by 1, 8-27-13. All right, well, I guess I'm not firing Milan Mac. He just brought me to round 2, and we're taking on the Lakers, the Max Christie Revenge Series. Game 1 goes to the Sonics. What is going on with this team? Carter, Garuba, and Aiden combined for 51. Game 2, we ended up losing by 14 points. Game 3 goes to the Seattle Supersonics by 7. All right. Oh my god. Imagine we went up 3-1. We got blown out in game 4. Herb Jones had 18. Are we going to go up 3-2? No, we're down 3-2. This may be the season right here. And oh my god, we forced a game 7. I mean, the season's already a success. The inaugural, I guess, return season for the Sonics, because it's not the first season in franchise history. But technically is, because the Thunder were the Sonics. So, like, old Supersonics is Thunder history. So this is a new team. Which would be weird looking at it if the Supersonics came back. Like, would the Thunder just be like, all right, everything from like 2007 on is the Thunder, and before is the Supersonics of old, and then this? I don't know. I guess you would have to say that, which is just weird because it's not the same team. I don't know, though. Game 7, we're getting blown out at the moment. This is what really matters. We kind of came back a little bit. I saw we were down by like 10. We're down by 12. We'd really need to have a nice fourth quarter. Wow, we did flirt with coming back, but we ended up losing by 13 points. Gregory Jackson had a solid playoff run for sure in his debut playoff series. It would be his second playoff series of his career. Aiden had 20. Grant had 13.8. I mean, Grant was phenomenal in round 1. And yeah, Gregory Jackson definitely got it done in round 2. But unfortunately, we did lose. But heck, making it to game 7 of the second round in our first year is just wild to say. And the Celtics win in 6 with Tatum being your finals MVP. Chris Paul, Joe Johnson, Kyle Lowry, Thad Young, JaVale McGee all retiring. Chris Paul heads to the Hall of Fame. Maybe I think we could win a finals quicker than like I thought going into this video. We are not going to have a lottery pick though. And since there's 32 teams, yeah, the lottery's got 16 here. So do the Outlaws get a top 3 pick? They do. They stay at 2. We have our first round pick at 18. So I'm not going to fire Milan Mac, but I may try to hire like Joe Mazzulla as an assistant. So yeah, we get Mazzulla as a shot doctor. All right, I'm going to be sending Trace Jackson Davis and Caleb Houston to the OKC Thunder for Miami Heat's first round pick next year, which is lottery protected. So we get a little bit of draft capital. 2 Sonic teams making a deal. And yeah, we have the 18th overall pick. I don't think I'll be trading up. The Mavericks had number 1. I guess no Grant Williams really hurt them. They take Justin Edwards. Ron Holland out of the G League Ignite. That's where he's going now, Texas. Goes number 2. Matas Buzelis, also in the G League Ignite, goes number 3. Isaiah Collier 4, teaming up with Wemby. That's pretty sick. And at 5, the Orlando Magic are going to be drafting Stephon Castle out of UConn. At 18, I'm going to be taking Xavier Booker out of Michigan State to get more power forward depth. And then in the second round, I'm going to draft guard Scotty Middleton. So let's sign both of our rookies right now. Wow, Tyrese Proctor went 6. Filipowski went 7. Wagner went 9. Bronny went 11 to the Raptors. So we're going to pick up the option on Usman Garuba. I will pick it up on Patrick Baldwin. I think we'd be like a notable free agency destination. I don't think we're getting LeBron James, but I do think we can land a big fish in this video. DeJounte Murray would have made some sense because he, I believe, is from Seattle. Same with Paolo Banchero, or at least the Washington area. We do have about $30 million in cap space. I don't know if I'm going to send it. The only thing I would think about is maybe a point guard, because right now we have Javon Carter and Jalen Pickett, who I thought were fine. So we can go into next year with a similar roster, which I'm okay with. Like, I'll bring back Damian Jones on the minimum and we run this team back. I mean, we had an extremely young team last year. Maybe they develop and then we can see what we want to do next year. I'm okay with that. As James Harden goes to the Magic, the Raptors added Bronny and Paul George this offseason. Clay goes to the Spurs. Okay, what? Miles Bridges to the Lakers. You got $25 million a year. And yeah, we have a ton of progression. Like I said, we are a young team. Maybe Milan Mac is the coach for the future. All right, so I think I may give like Gregory Jackson and Max Christie the most amount of minutes off the bench. It's weird because I want to give Xavier Booker minutes, but like we have a very deep team at the moment with guys that I do want to play. So I think I may send Xavier Booker to the G League just to start out this season. System proficiency is 2.5 star balance under Milan Mac. Let's see if we can make the playoffs again. First game of the season's against the Pistons though, and we ended up losing by 11. Grant Williams had 24. Herb Jones had 22. Road game here against the Clippers, in which we end up beating them by 4. Grant with 21, 5, and 3. Sensabaugh had 19 points. Nothing else. He did get a block in there though. And Gregory Jackson had 18 and 7. I believe last year our first win was against the Clippers. Same thing this year. Let's hope that we can stay relatively competitive. Maybe it was lightning in a bottle last year and it was just too good to be true, and I'm going to be a seller at the deadline, and this team is awful. But hey, if so, we at least have some young guys we can keep, and we can get a better draft pick, which is fine by me. Because yeah, like a 4, 5, and 7 start isn't the best. We are staying relatively competitive though. We haven't had like a major injury, just the ones that players can play through. Damn, that's like a brutal loss. 137, 135 against the Magic, who do have Harden. So yeah, we've been competitive. All right, we just surpassed 500 on the season. We just beat the Wizards, maybe back down and back up, but you know what? That is pretty impressive. We are fully healthy right now, which is good going here into the All-Star draft. If I see DeAndre Ayton's name, I would kind of go a little bit insane. No, we do not see Ayton's name. We do see Wemby. Don't know how he didn't get it last year after being a DPOY winner. So let's go here to the trade deadline. Maybe we make a change. Do I think that we can... Oof, okay. As I was saying something, Max Christie, broken vertebrae, out for the year. He had 2 notable injuries last year, gets hurt this year. It sucks too because I just kind of extended the dude, but he's been very good, so that stinks that he got hurt. So this is just going to provide more minutes for Ryan Rupert, Jalen Pickett, Garuba, Gregory Jackson, and just give more to the guys in the starting 5. But yeah, we're here at the deadline. We're 28 and 26. We are the current 9th seed in the West, so the West is a little bit better this year. DeAndre Ayton's averaging 20 and 11. Dude is a beast. Bryce Sensabaugh is improving a lot in year 2. There's Grant shooting 38 from 3, so I don't really want to mess up the dynamic of this team. Herb Jones is struggling, and there's probably a point where I was going to insert Max Christie into the starting 5 and bench Herb Jones. Javon Carter has been very efficient for us. I think Gregory Jackson's been a little bit inefficient, but he played well in the playoffs. So I'm debating, do I want to call up Xavier Booker yet? And I think that may be the only move I make. I don't think I'm going to make any moves here at the deadline. The only free agent we have at the end of the year that's notable is Usman Garuba, like Damian Jones again, which is fine. So I think I'm going to run with this. I may call up Booker, especially if another injury happens. And let's hope that we can maybe be a top 6 seed if we can finish strong. I don't know if that's going to happen though. All right, we are 7 games above 500. We are finishing strong. I'd even call up Booker at all, so he may spend the whole year in the G League, which is fine. We may finish multiple games above 500, and we get Max Christie back before the end of the year. All right, can we finish at least like 6 games above 500? We're 7-6 now. 7. All right, yeah, we finished 6 games above 500. I'll take that. Ja wins MVP. Ron Holland is your rookie of the year. Scoot Henderson, 6th man. DPOY goes to Wemby. Most improved, Bones Highland. And Taylor Jenkins, coach of the year. Don't know why I couldn't say Bones there. We don't see any Sonics or even Las Vegas Outlaws on the All-NBA teams. We do see Ron Holland, all defensive second team. Wow, yeah. The Outlaws got a good one there. So we finished the season as the 6th seed. Let's go. We don't have to worry about the play-in tournament. The Outlaws did not make the playoffs. The Memphis Grizzlies are the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Oh my God, they signed Kawhi. And they have Clint Capella. That team is pretty good. And they got Denny of Dia. Wow. They went 48 and 34 last year. I forgot to mention them, like their first year in the East. Oh, damn. Aiden was so close to averaging 20 points. That is unfortunate. Sensabaugh, 15 points and 5 rebounds. That is very good from somebody in year 2, a 58% true shooting percentage. There is Grant, Herb Jones, Javon Carter, Christie, Pickett, Garuba, Rupert. And now let's go here to the rotation, which I may trim down a little bit. Like, Jalen Pickett was good for us, so I may... Oh, man, a 10-man rotation in the playoffs is kind of whack. But I think that's what helped us excel so much throughout the regular season the past 2 years and in the playoffs last year. So I think I'm going to roll with it. We're just going to play the starters a little bit more. Everybody's going to get 30 minutes and Aiden with 35. So can we beat the Utah Jazz? We did steal Bryce Sensabaugh from them. They got Well, they have De'Aaron Fox. That's impressive with Jordan Clarkson, Markkanen, Hendricks, Kessler. And they have Lonzo and Herter. Wow, what big trade did they make with the Kings? Oh, they sent Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook, 2 former Wizards guards, for Fox and Herter. Well, I think I know who won that deal. All right, let's see. Game 1. If they had the old Jazz team, I think we would have beat them, but they probably wouldn't have been the 3 seed. Carter at 22 and 7. Sensabaugh played good against his former team, but we did lose. Game 2 is going to go to the Utah Jazz. They end up beating us by 11. Sensabaugh had 23. Aiden with 23 as well. Game 3 goes to the Jazz. Damn, Grant and Aiden combined for what? 47 points and 25 rebounds. But it's looking like we're going to get swept. And no, we don't get swept. Hey, we end up beating them by 20. Gregory Jackson had 19 points in 15 minutes. Hey, maybe we come back down 3-0. It's not the case. We end up losing in 5. All right. You know what? That's fine. Herb Jones had a good game here. He had a good playoff run. Did Gregory Jackson have a good run as well? He was better than what he was in the regular season. All right. I think we do need to change up this team a little bit. I just wanted to keep the core together one more year after the Cinderella run we had last year. At least we also have the team that's in the NBA Finals. You got Ja versus Fox. Grizzlies are in the finals. Yeah, it's weird seeing them in the East. And the Grizzlies sweep them. Josh, your finals MVP. He averaged 39 points in those 4 games. Okay. And there goes LeBron and Russ and D Rose. Love, Millsap, they all retire. I will debate going with a new head coach, I think, but let's see what happens here in the draft lottery. We're going to be probably picking in the late teens, early 20s. And the Knicks via Dallas gets the number 1 pick. The Outlaws are there at 6. We do have our pick at 20. And since the Heat pick is at 10, we will get it unprotected next year, which is definitely something to keep an eye on. But yeah, the Knicks have 2 top 3 picks. I'm going to keep Milan Mack. I feel like I can't fire him. We're going to hire a new CFO here and a new team doctor. All right, so the NBA draft is here. Let's make our selection. And the Knicks take Ian Jackson, number 1. Wow, the Spurs take Isaiah Elohim. So they have Elohim. They took Collier last year. They still have Vassell and Keldon Johnson and Shohan and Wemby. That team's going to be good. Knicks take Barris Bagayoko. I would have taken Trey Johnson here, and you could have had just elite forwards for the future or just wings. We are going to take TJ Powers, another power forward here with the 20th overall selection. The Outlaws at 6 selected Asanuel, a power forward, pairing him up with Ron Holland. And we're going to get Carter Bryant in the 2nd round. So let's sign Powers. We will sign Carter Bryant, who is a 71 overall. That's pretty good. Javon Carter opts out. Okay, we could be looking for an upgrade at point guard. Even though Carter was very good for us, I'd love to bring him back as a backup. But that means then I probably don't need Jalen Pickett. I'm going to decline the team options on Patrick Baldwin Jr. and Scotty Middleton. Usman Garuba, we will extend the qualifying offer to. And yeah, you have Giannis, Tatum, Kawhi gets signed a 1-year deal in Memphis. Donovan Mitchell would be pretty dope to run the show here in Seattle. We could get Jalen Brunson. We could get Kyrie. We do have about $37 million in cap space. And I can get 2 first-round picks from the Thunder. Clippers first round picks, which are very valuable for Xavier Booker. So I'm kind of giving up on him. He spent a year in the G League. I just think we have at least Grant at the 4 and Aiden at the 5. So he's not going to start. I have Gregory Jackson and Garuba hopefully as well. So I think I'm going to look to get the picks. Maybe clear up a little bit of money if I can go after somebody in free agency here. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to afford Donovan Mitchell, unfortunately. The Cavs did throw the bag at him. I don't really want Kawhi. I mean, I would love Giannis, but we can't really afford him either. Actually, I think can offer him a deal. I don't think he'll take it. Jalen Brunson would be nice, but the Knicks did just offer him the bag. Nobody's offered Kyrie Irving a deal. I haven't signed Kyrie Irving in a while. Let's go after Kyrie Irving. Let's give him a 2-year deal. That's it. Straight up 2-year guaranteed deal. We could go after guys like Jamal Murray or Julius Randle, but I think I'd pass on that. And yeah, let's sign Kyrie. Giannis goes to the Nets. All right, I would still like to bring back Usman Garuba. I don't know if I will be able to. Tatum and Kawhi signed with Milwaukee because they probably lost a Drew Holiday. What? That is crazy. Well, good thing that they're in the Eastern Conference. So I don't think I can bring back Garuba, unfortunately. So I'm going to look to bring in Drew Eubanks on a 2-year deal. There we go. Because I kind of like Jalen Pickett as my backup point guard. So I think Javon Carter is probably as good as gone. So can Kyrie Irving and DeAndre Ayton lead this team to a championship? That would be kind of wild. Ayton's also in a walk year as well. So I do want to change Kyrie's position back to a point guard. He goes up to a 90. Nice. I will definitely make his secondary position, though, a shooting guard. All right, so this is what the starting 5 is going to look like. Kyrie, Herb Jones, Sensabaugh, Williams, and Aiden. Guess we reunited Grant Williams. Well, no, Grant Williams was drafted in 2019, and Kyrie left that offseason. So never mind. Him and Kyrie never played together. But then we'll have Max Christie as our 6th man, Gregory Jackson, Jalen Pickett, Ryan Repair, and Drew Eubanks off the bench. Under Milan Mack, we are 3-star balanced. Sorry for my computer going off right there. And we lost our first game of the season to the Nets by 1 point. I mean, they do have Mikal and Giannis, of course, who they just signed. We get our first win against the Bulls in the 2nd game of the season. I'm excited to see maybe Kyrie go off for us. All right, in Kyrie's first 32 games with the Supersonics, we are 22-10. Bryce Sensabaugh is averaging 14. Kyrie's below 20 points per game. I mean, he has elite efficiency, but we know that he could turn it up for us in the playoffs. Herb Jones has been inefficient, and I'm not afraid to possibly trade him at the deadline. We do have the, I believe, Clipper and Heat first round pick at the end of the year, and the Clippers are 6-26. The Heat are 18-16. I think we have the Clippers pick. Yeah, it's a swap. Yeah, so I'm kind of glad I traded Xavier Booker now. And we're 32-14, 18 games above 500 right now. Then we, of course, lose 2 games, so we're 16 games above 500. The Vegas Outlaws still under 500, 20-28. Memphis Grizzlies 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. We are the 1 seed in the West. Kyrie is now the 2nd leading scorer as Aiden is number 1. He's beasting and feasting. And he will will re-sign with us, so let's lock up DeAndre Ayton for 4 more years, and he agrees to my contract. Herb Jones wants to test free agency. Grant, we could work on that eventually. Same with Pickett and Repair. Pickett's been really good for us, man. We don't get any All-Stars. Are we going to get Kyrie in the All-Star game? No Kyrie. No DeAndre Ayton. We are 34-18. There is a chance I make a trade at the deadline, a win now type of move. Honestly, though, I was looking around. I didn't find anything I really liked. So let's keep the team how it is. We still have good depth, and we'll see if we can maybe make a run in the playoffs. And Drew Eubanks is going to be out for a while. But we're 52-21. Wait, we just went on an incredible winning streak after the All-Star break. Wait, 2, 5, 7... 10, 14 game winning streak from the Supersonics. Oh no, and then DeAndre Ayton breaks his hand. Would he punch a fire extinguisher? God damn it. And Eubanks is hurt too. Ugh, alright. I think Ayton is going to be hurt for the start of the playoffs, which freaking sucks. Alright. I don't really know what to do. I hope he's back by then. Maybe he will be. Eubanks is back. That's good at least. But we're starting rookie TJ Powers at the 5. He was a second round pick. Thank God Ayton is back. Oh my God, I was going to get nervous. Because the way this team is playing, I do think that we could win a championship with Kyrie Irving and DeAndre Ayton as my 1 and 2. Come on, Ayton. You didn't get hurt like the first 2 years. Now he's getting kind of injuries left and right. Ja wins MVP again. Ian Jackson, 6th man and rookie of the year. Wemby gets another DPOY. And Bronny, most improved. Okay. We also got Coach of the Year in Milan Mack. Let's freaking go. We didn't get anybody on the All-NBA or defensive teams. No Herb Jones. That's unfortunate. We are the 1 seed, though, in the Western Conference, taking on the New Orleans Pelicans in round 1. I mean, this Pelicans team is good. Don't get me wrong. But we had an 11-game lead over the 2 seed. Heck, we were the best team in the NBA by 5 games. So I don't think I'm going to play Ryan Repair in the playoffs. It's going to be Eubanks, Pickett, Jackson, Christie with Ayton, Grant Williams, Bryce Sensabaugh, each getting 30 minutes. We'll do like 31 and maybe these 3. And then Kyrie could get like probably 40 minutes. And we'll do 39 to Ayton. We'll see what they could do. Game 1, we lose. Oh my God, 2K, don't do this to me, please. If we go down 2-0, I'm going to freak. Okay, we win game 2 by 5. Ayton with 30. Game 3 goes to the Pels. I mean, they might be a better team than us. But don't, like, they're an 8 seed. Okay, 2-2. Why does it got to be against the 8 seeds, man? Why does it have to be like this? Game 5, we win. Thank God, we win by 14. Ayton with 31 and 22. He is dominating round 1 here. Can we win in 6, please? Yes. All right. So we do win this series. It was a little bit scary. Kyrie drops 23, 5, and almost 7. Also shooting 53 from 3 in that series. Now we're taking on the Golden State Warriors, who have Jaden Hardy as their starting shooting guard and Onyeka Okongwu as their starting center. They're looking for revenge. We upsetted them a few years ago in round 1. Ayton fully healthy. We win by 22. Ayton with 26 and 22. Kyrie with 25. Game 2, we win. Let's freaking go by 16. Come on, we're 2 games away from the conference finals. We take a 3-0 lead. Ayton with 24 and 15. And can we sweep? That would be nice. We sweep them. Let's go. And it's only fitting that the Thunder and Sonics meet in the conference finals. You have the Celtics without Jason Tatum, but with Scotty Barnes. The Raptors didn't. Okay, well, I guess they chose Paul George over him. I don't know. And the Pistons signed Brunson, and they didn't bring back Cunningham. What? Why would you do that? All right, can we beat the Thunder, who have Cason Wallace, Shea, Dort, Williams? Oh, that's a good team. They got Josh Hart as well, and they have Booker looking to get revenge. But we win game 1. Ayton with a 20-20. Game 2, we win. We're 2 games away from the NBA Finals. Kyrie with 32, 9, and 8. Game 3, yes, let's go. We win by 20. How does the 8 seed give us our toughest test? Do not blow a 3-0 lead. And we sweep round 2 and round 3. Kyrie with 28, 5, and 6. Jaylen Brown with 31, 6, and 5.5. Celtics Sonics Finals. All right, well, that Celtics team with no Tatum looks pretty damn good still. The only thing that's giving me hope is they were a 5 seed, but they did beat Memphis, the 1 seed. Jeez, game 1, we do win. All right, by 3 points in overtime. You got to win the closest one. Kyrie, against his former team, drops 25. Game 2 goes to the Boston Celtics. Our first loss since game 1. Kyrie had 43, was not enough. Game 3 goes to the Celtics. That's not good. Ayton had 36 and 16. Don't go down 3-1. Yes, we stay alive. Let's freaking go. Huge rubber match in Seattle right here. Tied 2-2. Whoever goes up 3-2 is going to be sitting pretty. Let's see what happens here. All right. Good third quarter. Just keep it under control in the fourth. All right. We are up 3-2. Grant Williams against his former team drops 22 points. And let's see what happens here. Game 6, less stressful for us, but now it looks like we're going to a Game 7 because we just didn't come to play at all. Not a terrible third quarter. We would need to blow them out in the fourth, which is just not happening. So they blow us out by 22 in the third. Or excuse me, in Game 6. I don't know why I said the third. That didn't make any sense. So here we go, Game 7. Sonics Celtics. Oh boy. This is going to take years off my life, isn't it? Don't get blown out in back-to-back games. I would actually freak out. But we're up by 15 right now. That's pretty good. Aiden is dominating. He's got 14 points in 13 minutes. Just don't choke in the second half and we're okay. Just don't choke in the second half and we're okay. Let's freaking go. The Sonics are going to be winning the NBA Finals. On the home floor, too, in Game 7. Jalen Pickett's got 13 points. I think Kyrie fouled out. Oh, I thought I was going to get a steal there. But Dinwiddie gets that to go. And they had Dinwiddie backing up. Malcolm Brogdon. They did lose Derek White in the expansion draft. Aiden in the post. I don't know what defense Robert Williams was doing there, but what shot was that? And how could Gregory Jackson not get the rebound? I did not think I was going to have Jalen Pickett on the floor in Game 7 of the NBA Finals in this video. They're trying to run some play to KP. Dinwiddie driving Aiden with a nasty block there. Gregory Jackson, who can definitely run with the ball, kicks it over to Sensabaugh, who's got 22 points, and I suck. Oh, Jalen Pickett with the steal. Let's go. He's got an A+3. I was going to take it, but let's throw the oop to Gregory Jackson. 2023 rookie to 2023 rookie. Penn State to South Carolina. We got Herb Jones, who has 6 points here, but plays good defense on Jaylen Brown. That's all I needed him to do. Jaylen Brown with a wild-ass shot. He's going to miss that. Aiden's got 30 and 8. Wow. Jaylen Brown from way downtown. That's no good. Herb Jones almost gets that rebound. Kind of want to take it through with Jalen Pickett. He's got an A+ 3-point shot. Let's see what he can do. Jalen Pickett for 3. It looks good. Oh, he misses it. Good rebound there by Gregory Jackson. Kick that out to Herb Jones. Herb Jones, you better miss or make it. Don't miss it. I knew he was going to miss it. That's why I already had it on my mind. And there it is. The Seattle Supersonics have won the 2026 NBA Finals. I feel like Aiden's going to get Finals MVP over Kyrie. And 2K just doesn't want to pan to the celebration. They're just focused on the crowd. What is this? All right, they just didn't want to show the celebration, so I don't know who Finals MVP is. And it is DeAndre Ayton. That's pretty cool. I took him #1 overall, and he ended up winning Finals MVP for me 3 years later. So I hope you guys did enjoy this expansion rebuild. It was probably going to be my last one of 2K23 unless the NBA just announces expansion teams coming soon. So if you guys did enjoy, I would appreciate you dropping a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what other rebuilds you want to see, any challenges or historic teams. I love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.